Hi and welcome to our program. For the 10th anniversary of Godsbanen, we are checking out the iconic building and the workshops. Let's see it. Hi Donna.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Welcome to Godsbanen.
Thank you so much for having us. So, what is this special occasion of the 10th anniversary of Godsbanen?
It is the 10th anniversary, Godsbanen's first big birthday.
Yeah.
So we have invited the whole city to come join us Wednesday from 3 o'clock. So there will be a piece of cake and a cup of coffee, and you can have a free birthday poster. You can see art performances. You can meet our the new manager of Godsbanen. There'll be talks about Godsbanen, what kind of place it is, and what kind of place we want it to be for the next 100 years, hopefully.
That's a nice
You
thought.
can work at the workshops, they'll be open too. So there are all kinds of events, and we've tried to have you little tastes of everything Godsbanen is.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Looking forward to it, hoping for loads of people and nice weather.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I hope everything will be.
Have to cross your fingers in this country. Yes.
But yeah, and you were also organizing some tour during the birthday, right?
Yes. We have 3 tours actually. One like this one, was sort of like a general talk about Godsbanen, and then we have Marianne, the leader of our workshops, who will be telling people about workshops, and then we have one of the architects who was part of the whole renovation, who's drawn the whole place. And 10 years ago when we opened, he said that let's see in 10 years if it works. So,
so he has been involved the whole time.
Yes, he has.
Wow.
Yeah. He's been involved in designing the place.
Okay.
So, and I thought it was really. I found an old interview with him where he said that, okay, we have 10 years, and so we'll talk then.
Okay.
So now it's been 10 years. So let's talk.
So is it more like a work in progress, or are things always changing?
It's well, the buildings, they're sort of limited to what we can do with the buildings, but as a place, and it's always changing because there's always new people in the house. Sort of Godsbanen is sort of, well, it is the sum of the people who work here, and they change all the time. So it's sort of organic. Some people work here for years and years, and some people come for an hour, and some, So it's always changing. It's always different days.
That's really great. Yeah. So maybe we can start with the tour. What do you say to that?
Do that?
Yeah.
So should I just tell you a little bit about the place?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
It used to be an old freight yard, train station just for goods trains.
Okay.
The roof is obviously new, and the whole place has been renovated, these 10, 12 years ago. Where we're standing now, there used to actually be train tracks right here where we're standing now. So the trains used to come in and out here, and then the goods would be hauled into the big halls here. And then the trucks would come to the other side of the halls and put the whole thing in. And then yes, 10 years ago we opened as a cultural production center, as it's called, so very fancy, but just means that we provide facilities for different cultural events and in all sorts and forms of cultural events.
Such as?
Everything, theatre shows, exhibitions, we have rooms, production studios with visual artists working, we also have meeting facilities, conferences, we have guest apartments where people can stay if they're having a big project here.
Okay.
Like on our open stage, exactly, artist in residency as well.
Wow, that's really cool.
We have a restaurant, we have also flea markets, I mean...
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. It's really a sort of a melting pot of culture in the widest aspect of that word. We like to think.
Yeah.
So it's also, you know, for the happy amateur, but also for the professional artist or the professional designer or with kindergartens flowing, you know, flying kites on the roof. All kinds of things.
And it's really open for everybody.
Everybody's welcome always. Yes.
Okay. Wow. That's a really nice.
So it's an open house with loads and loads of different things. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm curious about this. So this building, this part of the building, did it kind of? Was it the goal to keep it kind of like originally?
Yes.
So this is the most original part.
Yeah.
Kind of?
The thing is that this has to be the old buildings. They have to be kept in sort of almost original conditions.
Okay.
And the building that used to be here with the tracks inside it, that was just old rubbish, so we could tear that down. But we have to maintain some of the old architecture. Exactly. And that's nice, I think.
Yeah.
That you, I mean, you've seen all the new things, all the new buildings they're building around us. Some of them perhaps more interesting than others. So it's fun to work with the old buildings.
Yeah,
also means that it can be cold. You know, the windows are original, but it gives us some challenges. But it's also nice. It gives the place a nice history and ambience.
Yeah, personality.
Yeah, and the buildings are 100 years old actually. Actually, this year I think.
Wow.
I think it says 121 on the top. Up there. And
it's mostly original. Like it was only like small renovations or something that was happening.
No, they're quite big renovations because the Danish railways used to own the buildings. In there they had lots of small offices, tiny offices, and now we have like bigger offices, which are the same as when it was built. So we've actually gone back to the original decor of the place.
Okay.
And not done much. We're going to go in, but you can see our big hall when we go in there. You can see that it's almost completely original. And this one in here, where we're going now, is we can go in and see how we've managed to create new rooms while maintaining the original architecture.
Yeah. Yeah. Then shall we go inside, or do you want to add something else about the outside?
I can tell that this the roof here and the whole courtyard is always open to everybody. You can actually cross the roof here and come in here all times.
Yeah, this is so cozy.
Come and use it and sit down and have a cup of coffee and enjoy the sun while it's here. Exactly.
Yeah, then shall we go inside? And you were saying about the light in the building and everything?
Just saying that right here it's hard to tell that you're actually inside a huge hall. You can't tell because there's been a roof set up, but this is a little temporary exhibition place we have here, and it is with exhibitions here at Godsbanen that everybody can exhibit.
Okay.
We have an open call once a year, and then everybody can apply.
Okay. And then so this keeps changing all the time?
Yes, this keeps changing, exactly. This was actually sort of a temporary little place, but we... then things happened and then nothing happened, and that's the way it is. Yeah. And now you actually start getting a feel of the room.
Yeah, you can see the...
Yes, you can tell the original structures here, which go all the way in, and sort of You see the very impressive architecture with the wooden structures. And you can, when we come to the other hall, you can see them clearly. But what was done when the place was renovated was we just basically put a lot of boxes in. Well, this is basically just cardboard boxes that's been put in, and if we have to change it or we have to use this building for something else, you can actually take it out.
Okay. Yeah. And it doesn't really damage the thing, so
exactly.
That's a good alternative.
Very much on purpose that as much as the structures, as you can see here, has been left originally.
Yeah.
Which gives it a nice. I think it's nice that you don't. When you have a place with this history, as this place, like a strong, like heavy industry, that you don't have something like mamby-pamby, sort of dainty, nice little things, that you sort of kept the original walls.
It's like it's more beams. Honest.
It is, yeah.
And it has a little bit of, exactly, the path that the building
shows off the history and
exactly. Wow.
I like it.
Yeah, I've actually been here before. I didn't really notice this.
No?
Yeah, shame on me. but yeah, wow.
Yeah, but it is.
And it's really impressive when you see it from here, and you can actually see like the ceiling.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So and some of the original pipes, the green pipes, or also the original. Water and fire things. Fire pipes. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. And then we have upstairs here. We have our project deck where you can rent office spaces.
Oh, okay.
So if you have a project in a cultural project, it just can't just be any old business. It has to have sort of a cultural aspect of it. Okay. Then you can rent a desk up here, and there's some conference rooms and a kitchen and.
Okay. So this is the meeting places that you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, that's one of the. Yes, that's our sort of an office space hub.
Okay.
It's up there.
Okay.
And then we have this room, in the bigger and smaller room in here in these boxes, where we've got different artists and projects working. We have a dark chamber. Yeah, we have a dark chamber. Old-fashioned photography.
Yeah. And how can people use it also?
Well, this is also a case of people applying. Sort of once a year, we've got some available rooms, and then people apply. And then we also have waiting lists.
So imagine for someone to use the dark room, they already need to apply in advance.
No, because the dark room that's actually a club called Photography at Godsbanen.
Ah, okay.
So they rent that space and they just run it. So you just contact them, and then I'd like to work here, and then they have courses and workshops and tell you how it's done.
Okay.
So you can work in there.
Okay, so not all the spaces go through the same process for someone to be able to use it.
No, someone has to rent it on a sort of permanent basis.
Okay.
We consider a workshop, actually.
Okay.
Then we have there's actually a musician working in here, and we have a glass blower.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's so cool. And a ceramic artist, and Ola works in here, is a sculptor.
That's also really specific material and equipment that you have all over. Wow.
Yeah, it is. And then, so what you actually rent an empty room from us, and then you can do with it what you want.
Oh, okay.
As long as the fireman is happy, we are happy.
Yes.
Good. And also here you can exhibit. This is actually Christine, who has her own workshop in here, who exhibits right now, and later who has a workshop down here. Exhibits here.
So there's really a lot of space to have exhibitions all the time.
Yeah. Yes, we try to fill the place with art. And here we have a school for writing for young aspiring authors.
Like creative writing type of
exactly,
school?
Exactly.
Wow.
They have a school in here.
So it's more like I see that there's this date here. So it's like courses?
Yes, it is.
Or,
yeah, I think
like
it's
courses?
4 months or something, 4 months, 6 months, something like that.
Okay.
And actually this is backstage to our stages. So we can go in and see if we can. I haven't asked them yet, so we just have to ask.
Yeah,
if it's okay.
of course. Oh, sorry.
This is what is in technical terms known as a black box, because it is a black box. And this is Catapult, a theater, who's having at the moment have a performance called The Dynasty. So this, Catapult, this is their stage. Next to this, where there was rehearsal now, is is Godsbanen stage, which is called open stage.
Ah, okay. So this one is like kind of more permanently rented?
This is more like a real theatre with focus on presentation.
Okay.
Whereas open scene, Godsbanen stage is allocated to research and development of performing arts.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of money, and then you can apply for an artist in residency. And then you can use the black box to research your project and to develop your project.
Okay.
And then you have to give an artist talk or a showing or something like that to share.
So it's like a lab for artists.
Exactly. So,
wow,
so this is more like focus on performance and also development, but mainly on presenting, and then open scene is developing and research.
Okay. Wow, I had no idea that there was this type of thing for art.
No?
Like you usually associate research to science.
Yes.
So art is like, wow, I really had no idea.
No, but it is actually loads of interesting projects in there. There was actually one where they were researching bees. Yes.
Okay. To use bees in a performance, or
no, to sort of making the bees of the life of bees and to share knowledge about bees. So, and then they turn it into a performance. And it was actually really, really interesting. And
wow.
we recently had a performance about, forgotten what it was about, but they had a midwife in talking about birth and the female body, and the performers were pregnant as well. So sort of a study of that.
Yeah.
Turning into performing arts.
Wow. So
Very
it's
cool.
like a lecture, but it's like not to just sit there and to listen to someone give a presentation. It's more
it's more like it's the let's say a theatre group. They want to explore a subject, bees, and then they apply open scene, and then they have open scene for, I don't know, for a week or something, and then they can work in the space and explore the performing arts possibilities of the subject.
Okay.
And then they have to, I mean, they don't finish the project here, but they will research it and develop it, and then they have to share their the results that they come to here. Then they have to share that in a showing or an artist talk, and then years and years from now, then they finish their project and show it somewhere else.
Okay. So. Wow. So it can be a really small type of thing, like 1 week, or it can be like a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, that's also cool.
It is, and also Catapult, the theatre here, also create their own productions, and so also to do a lot of research and development. So yes, arts have many forms and possibilities.
Yeah, so interesting. It's a bit of a
soundproof,
heavy door.
Soundproof and heavy.
Okay, and this is like where there's the address.
This is backstage, exactly, with all the gear and stuff and lamps and equipment.
Yeah, even this looks so cool.
It is cool.
Yeah,
this is where the audience doesn't usually come.
Yeah.
So this is one of the rooms that we have that you can rent. You could rent this online. Most of our facilities are rented out on long-term basis, but we have this room and a few others online available. So if you need something now, you can rent this.
Okay.
So then you rent an empty space, and then you can do with it what you want.
So this, for instance, could be the glass worker workshop.
Yeah, no, this is more on a temporary basis, and the glass blower, she's got loads of stuff.
Yeah,
so that's more permanent.
I can imagine.
So this is more if someone is having a meeting or a performance that they need to rehearse for a few days, and sort of for shorter periods. But a lot of meetings going on in here. Yeah.
Okay. Are all the rooms like soundproof, kind of?
To a certain degree, you can't play heavy music.
Okay. Because I'm noticing from the walls that it seems also a little bit like thick.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that stuff is sort of soundproofing, but so it is, but it's not
100%.
It's not meant for music.
Yeah. Okay.
That would give us. It's not that, but you can make a reasonable amount of noise.
Okay.
And in here we have performer, a visual artist, Mette, who works in here. She's a textile designer and painter.
So that's the one that we saw
exactly.
Exhibiting.
And for the birthday, she's actually making a performance with a musician. So where he creates sound and music, and then she interprets that into a painting. And then he interprets the painting back to sound.
Okay, so live.
Yeah. So if you're not doing anything else for the birthday, come and see this and record it.
Yeah, that sounds very cool.
It is very, very cool.
Ooh.
Yes, this is our music venue, Radar. Yeah, they have concerts 2 or 3 times a week, and all kinds of mainly sort of upcoming music, or sort of not mainstream, but sort of experimental, all kinds of metal and electronic and folk and God knows everything.
A lot of things.
Yes, very, very wide genres.
Yeah. If you mentioned it's an open house, like so.
It is, and this is actually a box that's a bit like on the other hall. This is actually also a box that's been put in. It's just just put cardboard boxes in, but you can hear the sound, the sort of a closed sound. So this has been specially insulated for music. So this is an even denser room than the other ones.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. And then they have the audience entrance there, and and the backstage rooms, facilities out here.
This is also from previous concerts?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Wow. Radar also has, they have an open house on the birthday, and 2 mini concerts as well for free.
Okay.
You can come and see.
Okay. So is this like kind of separate from Godsbanen?
Well, yes, sorry. Yes, it is. Basically, Radar rents this space from Godsbanen, and then, but of course we all collaborate as one house. So, so this is an independent venue, music venue.
Okay.
Like Theater Catapult was an independent theater venue.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is our other big hall, and you can see the wooden constructions are the same as the other one. This is just, not much has been done with this one.
Yeah. Wow, but this looks so cool.
Yeah, it is an amazing room, a sort of cathedral.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
But not much has been done with it. Some few fire doors, and actually you can see in the back here, we have, you can actually sort of, maybe you can see the sort of a grey box. That's the music venue we just were.
Okay. What?
Yeah. So that's
oh my God! I thought it was like kind of another part, like
that's
separate.
another box that's been put into a smaller, bigger box.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is, this has been used for all kinds of things. And as you can feel, it's a bit cold in here because it isn't insulated. So we're hoping someday to win the lottery and get enough money to have it insulated, because most of the winter we can't use it, which is silly.
Yeah,
because
it's
we
such
really
a
like
big,
to use it. Yeah. So that's one of the things we're hoping for in the future.
So that's one of the renovations that
we're hoping to have. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very much so. But you can also, over here is where the trucks used to come in. Trains out here on this side, and
so like transport the goods and everything.
Exactly.
Wow.
And but it's an amazing room, and now you can really see the structures that you could also see in the other hall, but this really gives you the whole impression.
Yeah, this seems like an arc, kind of,
exactly.
but the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a cathedral, and it's sort of. At that time, it is 100 years old, and that time is quite a new construction, because usually you'd have like beams coming down, columns to support the roof, but then you could avoid having columns and save space in the building.
Is there any, since it's so old, the foundation of the building, is there any like special care that you have or something?
Well, we were thinking if we wanted to renovate this hall, we had a thought about maybe digging out a basement or something, and that would flood.
Okay.
Because this used to be an old millers. There used to be a water mill in this area.
Okay.
And so 100 years ago, they had to dig out mud and water with by hand.
Yeah.
And if we start digging too much, then we're going to have trouble.
Ah, okay.
But we also have to, when hopefully we have this space insulated, then we have to respect the beams and respect the building and the structure, of course, which we're happy to do.
Yeah.
So it has to be something like insulating it from the outside, or something technical.
Yeah, very complicated.
Yes, for me, complicated for me. Yeah. And this is sort of our foyer, which is sort of the center of the building geographically, and also an exhibition space with a restaurant where you can come all day, every day, and have a cup of coffee or whatever you need.
Yeah. Are these tables always here, or?
No, it depends on. Sometimes these tables aren't here, and then we just have our own furniture, and sometimes.
So it changes all the time.
It depends on. Sometimes our restaurant has a big function, or if there's a conference, then they'll all eat out here, and or it's very, very different.
Okay. And this exhibition is the exhibition of the pictures of the 100 years?
Yes. No, this is actually an exhibition from something called FGU, which is youth education. Some of their students, they had an assignment, and then they've been around and taken pictures. It's really nice to see what they've focused on.
Yeah.
So that's going to be here for the birthday as well.
Nice.
Yeah. I think we'll finish in this room, if it's available. I've forgotten to check, but I hope it is.
What is the room?
Sorry?
What is the room?
It's sort of a conference.
Ah, okay.
Library. Yeah.
Ah, good. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Like, wow, like the building, okay, it seems big from the outside, but from the inside it seems even bigger. Like,
yeah, it is the sort of room after room, maze, like. But this is our sort of, cinema, talks, conference, meeting.
You screen movies in here, like movie nights type of thing?
Yeah, we have quite a good projector and a nice, so you can show films in here as well. And then the floor is actually sort of, I think it's called a gymnastics floor. It feels a bit, so there's also a lot of dancing going on. And next door in there's a room almost like this one, and which is also sort of the same, but not with as fancy equipment.
Okay, this is the room.
This is the fancy room, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
But that sort of concludes a quick tour of Godsbanen. I mean, can't show you everything, or this is just like 10% of what's going on in the house.
Yeah, I can imagine. And the building is only a small part of it.
It is. The building is just sort of the holster for the whole thing. The Godsbanen is sort of just the result of the people in the house.
Yeah.
All the projects, all the people, all the interesting art and culture coming out of it.
And it's so nice. It's like that people are always changing, so there's always good things happening, and improvement and development.
Yes, there is. We like to think, and we hope that every time a new person comes into Godsbanen, then this new person will add a new angle, a new perspective, a new cooperation, and a new skill, a new something.
Yeah.
To sort of complete the whole picture, which is never going to be complete, but
but that's also the beauty of it.
Always building on. I mean, we're never finished, which is nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for showing us around, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
That was it for today. Thank you so much for staying with us. See you next time.